When I found out I was on JVB freshman year, as everyone else is, I was kind of disappointed. After playing travel soccer for my whole life, I thought I was going to at least be making JVA. But I went to the first practice, and I knew it was going to be different than my travel team.
Emily stood out to me the very first practice we ever had in 2014, and we were actually making a hype video for the team. And I kind of told them what I was going to say, and she immediately went off script and said that my face was a joke, and everyone laughed, even me.
Soccer's a joke. Perfect. I have been coaching soccer. Oh.
And I thought it was kind of cool, actually, that someone was so bold and willing to stand up like that on the very first day.
After my freshman year playing on JVB, I enjoyed the season. I had a lot of fun, but I didn't try out my sophomore year. I didn't think I was going to make JVA, and I didn't really know that I could play on JVB as a sophomore. I didn't really know if I wanted to.
I knew it from the first year that Emily was someone I would always want to have on the team. If I was just building the roster from scratch, she would have been my first pick, so it was pretty natural to go right to her.
After the connection that we made my freshman year, I thought, why not? I just had such a good time playing with the girls. It wasn't a lot of competition. It was mainly just having fun, getting my exercise, hanging out with Burns.
We saw a huge difference in just having someone who kind of knows the ropes and knows how JVB works and can help these kids with little things like how to warm up for a game and how to make sure you have the right socks on when you're at home and when you're away.
I decided my junior year, going into the tryouts, at the end result, I wanted to be on JVB as a junior.
She comes to the fitness testing and she comes to the tryouts, and even though she kind of knows what her placement's going to be at the end of the week, she really embraces that and comes with a positive attitude.
I think with Emily, I think that the key component for Emily is that she felt an important contact to a sport.
After that year, the team just connected perfectly, and we had such a great time that I talked to Burns at the end of the season. I said, I have to play as a senior.
Sometimes at the JVB level, you can struggle with leadership. JVB has evolved from just freshmen, so for her to come to us and say, I want to finish this thing out. I want to do something that no one has done before is important.
After Emily's junior season, the final game, I was feeling pretty down because I thought that was the end. In my mind, junior varsity had always been a freshman through junior opportunity. There wasn't actually a rule against it. It just turns out no one had ever wanted to play JVB soccer as a senior. So I was really happy that she could be coming back into the fall.
It's a shame that the JVB team has kind of a negative stigma.
I always question, I think, what the stigma is. I mean, kids don't have a problem making JVB basketball. Kids don't have a problem making the freshman football team. But for some reason, with girls in particular, JVB soccer is something that they don't view as this wonderful place to be.
Just because you made the JVB team doesn't mean that your career is over.
It's not a place where soccer careers go to die. It's a place, hopefully, where they go to begin and they go to flourish.
If you just keep that positive attitude and you just look at it as a new opportunity, then it doesn't have to be a bad thing. You can make it a good thing.
She always has a good attitude, and she always makes sure that we're trying our hardest and we know what we're doing.
She always is working to involve other players in the leadership. She never gets involved in these petty, we're doing it because I said so kind of things that all kinds of other teams do. She's just the ideal captain.
Soccer is a game where coaches can coach and they can try to put kids in successful positions, but it's a player's game. Once they step over the yellow line, they're the decision makers. We can't call a play like in football or run an offense like in basketball. In soccer, the kids have to make the decisions on their own. So having good leaders on the field is important.
It's changed me not just as a coach, but I think as a teacher, as a parent. You really have to look at what is important and what do you actually want to get out of this experience. And I don't think anyone would ever say, well, I want it to be torturous and stressful and No one. You want to be able to laugh and smile and have fun, run around, and just enjoy being part of a team. I'm thankful that she was able to show me that in her time here.
We're now to a point where kids that are on our JVA team are now essentially begging us to play JVB games.
I was given every year the opportunity to play with JVA, but every year I turned it down because, JVB, that's where the heart is.
For the longest time, I was used to people crying that they were on the JVB team, and then I think the past few years since she's been around has been, now they're crying when they're not on the team.
I'm hoping that stigma has changed.
People want to be a part of it now. That's really all because of her.
As much as she got out of soccer, we got just as much out of her. And so did everyone who had an opportunity to play with her, and so did everyone who had an opportunity to participate with her.
Everyone comes to JVB and they're always kind of looking up. And she was just always looking more laterally and just enjoying every moment down here.
If you have a positive attitude and a positive mindset, then you can do anything you want. You can turn any situation around. I've just learned that you got to make the most of what you got.
She's always been very satisfied with what she is and proud and happy, and I think that's the big difference. She's the kind of kid that you hope your own kids will grow up to be.
I don't know if you've ever seen her do anything without a smile on her face.
Hawks on 3! 1, 2,